Hello, New Britain. Mayor Erin Stewart here to bring to you our 2016 State of the City Address. We've been breaking a lot of records since I called upon our city to set a new standard for what they should expect from their government. And today is just another example of meeting another milestone. Ladies and gentlemen, citizens of New Britain, to all of those watching, this is the first ever State of the City Address given electronically. So whether you are watching on Nutmeg TV, on your mobile device or computer, I welcome you to a 21st century City Hall and thank you for being with us. We are on the way to a new place, a state of recovery and a renaissance. New Britain is rising, the state of our city is strong, and we have a front row seat to watch its rebirth. The courage and will to tackle tough decisions is being accomplished by a team of dedicated public servants who join me in our passion to put New Britain back on track. Our recent audit confirms that our rainy day fund is on its way to being robust. $14.9 million in the bank today and much more savings to come. That money is our safety net, an emergency reserve that we hope to never have to touch. Our goal is to maintain a safe yield of 10% of the city's total budget in savings, but we aren't there just yet. Much like maintaining a personal savings account, the city needs to do the same and prevent what was happening before in wasteful spending. The rating agency Standard & Poor's validated our hard work by giving New Britain an A+ rating this year. We have improved our investment portfolio by leaps and bounds in just 3 short years. The success was apparent when we recently sold bonds to restructure our debt and had so many interested investors that we ran out of bonds to sell as the buyers lined up. We even saw other Connecticut municipalities jump into the market to invest in us. They too understand that New Britain is making a comeback and that we're a pretty good investment. We have been steadily building a foundation of solid financial practices. It started with pulling apart a budget that was full of extras. We reduced nearly 20% of our city's budget. We raised revenues and worked with our union brothers and sisters to find concrete solutions. These were not easy choices, but they were necessary and lasting ones that worked and continue to work to this day. It goes without saying that our department heads have also been doing a lot of heavy lifting. We have an absolutely remarkable team. And thanks in large part to the job that they did, we were poised to finish fiscal year 15 in the black, and that just happened. My vision since becoming your mayor has consisted of 5 key principles: being fiscally responsible, being transparent in all of our dealings, ensuring that our children have access to the education that they deserve, enabling New Britain to be truly open for business, and delivering the leadership needed to be most responsive to our residents. I will continue to keep that vision alive with the help of our City Council. Communication is key, and for that I will always invite everybody to have a seat at my table. We've certainly proved that during the past year. With open office hours, town hall meetings, coffee hours, you name it, my door is always open to you. A major part of that communication is my focus on economic development. This is a joint effort, and I stand here to confirm that we are well on our way to rebuilding this city. Last year, Farmington Avenue blossomed with a new Dunkin' Donuts, a gas station and grocer, along with a family-run dairy bar, and there's still room there for additional developments. Polymer Precision, a world-class aerospace manufacturer which relocated here from Newington, has a 152,000 square foot state-of-the-art manufacturing facility and is already looking to increase its footprint in Pinnacle Business Park. This is all while being focused on hiring New Britain residents for New Britain jobs. Following their lead is Admiral Machine and Marsam Metals, along with Peter Paul Electronics, all manufacturers that are growing, and we are proud that they call New Britain their home. I'm also happy to report to you that the old New Britain Herald building has been bought and is being transformed into a state-of-the-art dialysis center with an anticipated opening this fall. This will be a great addition to the medical corridor of our city. The largest private investment we've seen in decades will be a $35 million project to rehab the old Landers, Ferry, and Clark building into Ellis Street Commons. That will be over 150 condos and businesses. This will open an area of the city to many new young professionals who are looking to make their mark. The rebirth of New Britain will be marked by our ability to transform our old buildings and find adequate and adaptive reuses for them. One of the most pivotal pieces of property right in the middle of our downtown is an open canvas. The demolition of the old police station will open up Columbus Boulevard. Along the adjacent vacant lot that we know has been empty for about 30 years now, That's going to serve as a catalyst to rebuilding our downtown. These are opportunities that we have to seize while they exist. With the accessibility to CT Fast Track and ample space for parking and convenience to a hotel and a restaurant complex, it is truly a developer's dream, and we won't settle for anything but the best. That's just it. We won't settle anymore. We're raising that standard because we deserve to. No longer should we let people look at investing in our city any differently than they would look at investing in our neighboring towns. We deserve the best development for that space, and I'm going to make sure that we get it. The gateway to our popular Little Poland will finally be restored as well. The Berkowitz building on Main Street has been designated as a historic landmark and has been purchased by a developer who is getting started on restoring this property. Businesses and residents will soon flourish in this building that was once considered an eyesore, and construction is set to begin this summer. All in all, we cut ribbons on 34 new businesses and saw the creation of about 683 new jobs. Let that sink in for a moment. 34 new businesses and 683 new jobs for the city of New Britain. Places like Frisbee's Ice Cream and Dairy Bar, Costco, Peel Liquors, Atlantic Restoration, Willie Pep's Corner Cafe, and the list goes on. And it's because of all this private investment that we saw growth in our grand list for the second year in a row. We are continuously growing, and that makes all the difference. We need to keep cutting those ribbons. The great history evident throughout our city will be coming alive also as we embark on a fun tourist attraction. Self-guided tours along our 3 loops of the historic walking trail will be coming to life. We will use our new wayfinding signs and historic venues to allow visitors to step back in time and relive the beautiful history that's encapsulated in our city. We can't get to where we want to be without understanding our past and having a deep appreciation for it. At the center of our city sits our Central Park. If you haven't noticed, it's been under construction since last spring. Renovations are coming along very nicely, and it'll be open before we know it. The new and improved Central Park is going to allow for pedestrians to walk and enjoy our downtown, and we want you to use it. It is your park, so please come downtown and visit and enjoy it. We are moving forward also with plans to bring food trucks to areas of the downtown as well. This will be a great opportunity for businesses to succeed and bring life back to Main Street. As many of you know, the city motto centers around the beehive. Industry fills the hive and enjoys the honey. But filling the hive will take planning and thoughtful decisions. The city is embarking on a major transportation-oriented development plan that includes design work, engineers, city planners, and transportation experts, along with environmental leaders. That planning will create a master plan of development for the city and our downtown areas for years to come to ensure that long after me, there is still a solid vision on where we need to go and how we need to get there. Proper planning is key to a successful future. One of the more visible parts of the award-winning Complete Streets Master Plan will be the transformation of the Main Street overpass into the Beehive Bridge. We are capitalizing on the presence of the highly successful CT Fast Track. State grants to clean up brownfields near the 2 additional stops at East Main Street and East Street will be the focus of much new development along this line. Bringing accessibility to a new generation of people and opening the travel corridor for even more economic development. It's no secret that New Britain is land poor. And at only 13.2 square miles, we have got to get very creative about how and where we develop and balance that with the need for open space. We want to make New Britain a destination, and with everything we have going on, we're sure to hit a home run pretty soon. And speaking of home runs, New Britain Stadium is being spruced up as we speak. The pride of hosting professional baseball is one that I, as I know you, take very seriously. And I am so excited for opening day of the New Britain Bees on April 21st. By the way, that opening day is on schedule with no delay, so we certainly hope you will all come out to join us. Another recent addition to our sports complex is the American Soccer League. We recently announced the Connecticut United Football Club will play at Veterans Memorial Stadium in early April. Future stars of Major League Soccer will be making their debuts right here in New Britain, and I have to say that we are doing a pretty good job at making New Britain the sports capital of Connecticut. But we wouldn't be able to host these teams if it weren't for our gems, and that's our parks. Enjoying the great outdoors has been helped with upgrades to Stanley Quarter Park, where walking and cycling paths are now refreshed and new lights have been installed on the baseball diamonds. AW Stanley Park now hosts Go Ape, a high ropes adventure course, and Chesley Park shines brightly with a new turf field at the DeMayo Sports Complex. Soon, we will begin a complete overhaul of AW Stanley Park, and we will start planning for this spring for a new pool and upgrades to our fields all on the north end of town. We will also begin to discuss future renovations for Osgood Park, including a new skate park that I am personally very excited about. Enjoying the environment also means thinking about how we harness Mother Nature and utilize her gifts. I have created the Mayor's Energy and Innovation Committee to help oversee New Britain's new Smart City initiative. This group is going to help transform the old hardware city into a new and improved hardware city. We have begun many projects that all aim to save the city money in our energy costs and reduce our carbon footprint. We are aiming to be a model for the entire state to follow. We have so many smart city projects that are already underway. We're adding solar panels on our roofs at schools. We are close to erecting our first fuel cell to take power off the grid, and we will soon begin the transformation to LED streetlights. Innovation at City Hall includes enhancing our ability to make document searching easier for you right from your home through the city website. Electric car charging stations are now available in the downtown area, and we're using technology to make it easier to pay to park in our garages. We're also taking steps to reduce our fleet. There are many other potential projects that will show our commitment to finding innovative ways to use technology to reduce costs, make government more efficient, and enhance the quality of life for our residents. While the Energy and Innovation Committee is exciting, we also can't forget about basic human services. A labor of love, which is very near and dear to my heart, is also moving ahead. Building Hope Together, New Britain's work plan to end homelessness is now in its 9th year. After we took the plan, overhauled all the old practices and brought new ones in, we are seeing the benefits. Housing, treatment, and job skills are now being provided to our most vulnerable citizens. We have increased our partnerships with service providers in town, and in the past year, we were able to put 38 homeless individuals into apartments. Eradicating homelessness isn't easy, but it starts by simply giving them a home. We were proud to support our friends at VA Inc. too, to help homeless veterans and their families. In the fall, their doors were finally opened at their building on Arch Street. A community is only as strong as the people who give back to it, and we are very lucky to have so many wonderful people who are a part of our New Britain community. One of those people just became the new superintendent of our school district, and I'm proud to say that New Britain resident Nancy Sarah is now in charge. There are so many positive rays of light coming from our schools, and I know Nancy is going to make sure they are shining brightly for the rest of the state to see. But that means selling our New Britain brand. Our city has much to offer, but yet we don't have a marketing strategy to showcase the best of the best. The last time any thought went into that was over 3 decades ago, when a bumblebee was put to good use in the New Britain is the Place to Be campaign. It's time for a new campaign with all the buzz about New Britain. I'm looking forward to what this next year will bring. We have done so much, but we still have our work cut out for us. Our financial house may be in order, but we're definitely not out of the woods yet. We need to stay smart and stay the course on not spending more than we make. We are in this together and will continue to make tough choices for the greater good of our community. New Britain is strong. We are resilient because we don't give up, and neither do I. And the commitment I made to you remains to make New Britain better. We are on our way there through recovery and on to rebirth. Sit back, watch, and have faith as we transform our city, one day, one development, one person at a time.